Well, here we go again, everyone. Here we go. I know. How long has it's been? A couple of years? No, I'm just playing with you guys. It's been since July 2024 when I last did Matrix Revolutions that I've done a live stream. So, what is going on, my Epictastic Nation? Welcome. If you have been keeping up with me on the community tab or such, you know that this is been a long time coming, man. 10 years of Epictastic Joshua. And I have done another video like this where I pre-recorded it and filmed it before today, in which I tell all of you guys thank you for your continuous support. So let's go through a few questions real quick. Let's get this started before I start making the announcements and such. But I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. Even with the shorts has been blowing up and the videos, they may not have been consistent, but I just appreciate the hell out of every single last one of you. You guys are stuck by me through thick and thin. And I just want to say, I fucking love all you guys. Now, this isn't going to be too long. I want to at least try to squeeze in an hour and a half to 2 to 2.5, maybe 3 hours of this live stream. Because not only, like I said, in this live stream, we're going to be not only talking about the future of the channel in 2026, my goals as such, some returning segments. I also want to try and do a Q&A with people. I also want to try and also get also also just have fun, do a hangout. And the big trailer came out today. I am going to react to it live for you guys. So there is a link in the description box for anyone who wants to go live and hop on and say hi. So I'm very excited to get into this. But I just want to say, if you guys are new to the channel or if you're a returning member, be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get notified when more videos like this are up or live streams. If you would like to send me any money to my Cash App or Chime, you can do that to me as well. Also, if you want to send me anything from my Amazon wish list, that's perfectly fine as well. All my socials are in the description box down below. But to reflect about this, 10 years. That's just amazing to me, and it's unbelievable that I've been doing this YouTube thing for 10 years. So let's look through a lot of comments and such. We got Collector Movie Man says, "How are you doing today?" I'm doing very well today. I am very happy that, man, 10, 10 years, man. It's unbelievable. I never I never thought I would even make it to 10 years of YouTube. I thought this channel I have now was just gonna go poof. But no, I've been here on the scene and I've been kicking it and I've been making sure things are epictastically awesome. Let's see some more comments. We got, what is my most anticipated movies for 2026? Well, I just reacted to one of them in the case of Supergirl, which that I'm really looking forward to. We got the Odyssey, we have Dune, we have Jumanji 4, we got original movies like Hex and such. You can follow me on my letterbox and you'll see my most anticipated of 2026 there. I do have some maybes and some least anticipated movies, but I'm still working on those. But it's great questions. I see that you got the picture for Fire and Ash. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. So that's awesome. That's awesome that you've been doing this for 10 years. I think I've only been doing this for about 4 years. Yeah, it's been crazy that I've been doing this for 10 years with the old channel and with this new channel. It's it's crazy, but it's been a hell of a fucking journey, and I would not change anything for it. I When I'm talking about this and saying this stuff, I just want to look into this and say I don't take any of this for granted. I it's Also, he says, and happy early Christmas to you and your family. What? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Happy early Christmas to you guys too. All of you celebrating the holidays this week. Stay warm. Make sure you give thanks to Santa, but not only getting celebrating another year of life and Christmas. Well, yeah, it's been a lot to take in. So, and yes, we're doing the live stream right now, Collective Movie Man. Right now. Like I said, I don't want to try and make this too long or such. So we have the Flex from another world, and he says, "Hey, Joshua, hello, Flex from another world. How are you?" So that being said, we're going to go ahead, and the first thing I want to do before I announce anything else is react to this trailer for the Odyssey, because I know everyone's been waiting for it. So that's the first thing we're gonna do is react to the trailer for the Odyssey, the newest Christopher Nolan adventure. So let me just get it queued up, and a few clips in this will probably be edited in individual form. So some clips, like the big announcement or what's going to be going on for 2026, will be edited, and also this trailer reaction for the Odyssey will be edited and its own too once this is up in process. But we got two people watching, and so this is gonna be fun. So let me just go straight to the Odyssey trailer and we'll react to it. It's one of the biggest watched trailers besides the Supergirl trailer, but this is like highly anticipated. And before I go into it, I just want to say it. The Odyssey is one of my most anticipated movies of 2026. I think it looks fantastic. I think the movie looks incredible. I think also it just looks like it's going to be something really special. And I'm a sucker for fantasy epics. I love historical epics like 300 and Troy, Kingdom of Heaven and such, but we're going to be taking a look at the teaser. So I want to do something a little different there. So we have Rob Chris Johnson who says, "Happy Christmas, Epictastic Joshua. It's great to see you here. Love that. It's great to see you guys here." We are reacting to the trailer for the Odyssey before I talk about anything else. So it's gonna be awesome. And but back to the Odyssey. I'm looking forward to this because it looks like it's gonna be the movie to bring the historical epics back. I think it has a lot of potential. You have a great cast here in the cast of Christopher Nolan. You have Zendaya, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Mia Goth, Charlie Theron, so many other actors in this who are in it, but it looks like it's going to be a great film. So I'm excited to take a look at this trailer and see how this is going to go. So it's going to be fun, and I'm very excited to react to it. So that being said, we're gonna go and watch this trailer before I go into anything. And you guys will have to bear with me because this I am using this other phone to react to it, and also I'm gonna be going over some announcements here. So, and my phone is completely charged. So we'll be going on for 11 minutes, and we're gonna go on and discuss. So here we go. We'll forget it anyways. It's just gonna do nothing but the little clicker banner thing. So I'll just have to put time codes in this after we get through. So when I edit this, of course, this is all gonna be some of the pauses and stuff are gonna be cut out. So all right, here we go. The trailer for the Odyssey. We're gonna react in five, four, three, two, one. Let me flip this over, and we'll get to it. Come and this just dropped 6 hours ago, and right now this has over 5 million views. It's gonna get higher than that. This is Chris Nolan, man. Now wait until we get that Doom 3's trailer. We hear the music in Universal. Send a copy. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. I've been this is and you'll have to forgive my hair. It's a little messy. It is put into place the best way it can. So I'm trying to look professional. You can't always win. But how's everyone? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? You guys are doing good. You guys are doing well. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Hmm. All right. The following preview. All right. So, Universal. Send copy. Chris Nolan's production company. Wow. Okay. I'm already loving the epic grand scale that we're getting here. Matt Damon. Look at this. This is amazing. There's a boy, Tom Holland. Oh, we got comments. Doing well, Collector Movie Man from Christopher Nolan. We're just reacting to the trailer for the Odyssey before I. Oh, wow. That was great. Just, it's great. Zendaya and Hathaway next summer. Uh, wow. The ocean sequences, that is awesome. I'm doing very well. I'm doing well. Doing very well, Collector Movie Man. Glad. Shot entirely with IMAX film cameras. Alright. So that was the trailer. That was the trailer for the Odyssey. So now that we got that out of the way, despite a little bit of a long interruption, like I said, I will cut this down, and this and the announcements are gonna be into edited videos. So my thoughts on this trailer. I don't have anything else to say. I would just say this does exactly what the teaser trailer is supposed to do. It is great. I think it looks amazing. It really looks like something that's going to be epic on a grand scale. Nolan, his shots look amazing. This is the first time they're shooting with IMAX film cameras, so it definitely is going to look special. It's going to look very good. The costumes, the set design, the production design, all that looks like it's going to be something to behold, especially for IMAX. I really enjoyed the cast that we're going to be getting here, and in the case of so many actors that we got in here, like this is one of his biggest assembled casts that he's done, and Nolan is known for having a lot of ensemble casts in his filmography. We got people in this like Tom Holland. We got Matt Damon playing the lead role as Odysseus, the Greek king. Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, Charlize Theron. We got John Leguizamo, Benny Safdie, Charlize Theron, Himesh Patel, Will Young Lee, Jimmy Gonzalez, Mia Goth, Jovan Adepo, Logan Marshall Green, Ryan Hurst, Shiloh Fernandez, Corey Hawkins. That's the name I haven't heard in a very long time. It's nice to see Easy E from Straight Outta Compton in another movie. Samantha Morton, Elliot Page. I have to be respectful though. Bill Irwin, James Remar. It looks very fantastic. I love the promotional images. I like the trailer. I love what this movie looks great. I can't wait to see more of the trailers. But you know what? It's great and it's amazing. So it looks fantastic. I know there was a 6 minute preview that they put out for re-releases of Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'm curious to see more of the marketing of what goes on with it. We got Jennifer Lane doing the editing. We got Hoyt Van Hoytema doing the cinematography. It looks fucking gorgeous. There is no way possible this movie is $250 million, especially with the practical effects and on-set reality, like you're actually there for it to look as great as it does. There is no way this movie looks that damn expensive. I'm curious to see how he's gonna handle some of the big monsters and creatures and such. Is it gonna be animatronics or is it gonna be CG? But the biggest thing I'm curious, well, two. I'm curious how long this movie is going to be for a fantasy epic, but I'm also really curious to see if this is going to be the movie to bring back the historical epic genre because this should be. It, I am hoping this is that movie to bring back the historical epic genre because historical epics and fantasy genres has been begging for a comeback, man. Let's see what it is. The Odyssey is my number one most anticipated movie of next year. That is not a bad choice. My most anticipated movie, which I did answering your questions, that was one of them. We got Project Hail Mary, Dune 2. We also got Supergirl, which I'm very excited for. I don't care what the naysayers gonna say. I think it looks like a good movie. They shot the movie in 52 different countries. I can tell some of the locations by this teaser and by this trailer. And he also says I'm estimating that this could be 3.5 hours because the book is almost 10,000 pages. Either that or it could potentially just be 2 hours and 41 minutes or 2 hours or so because I don't think people are going to want to. Some people, I can't say all people, some people are not going to want to sit through the runtime of the Odyssey for that long without an intermission. But you know what? If you can put an intermission in there or like 2 hours and 41 minutes or something, that's a good enough length for an epic like this. But beyond that, I do think that the Odyssey, it looks great. So there you have it. So you guys have my thoughts on the trail to the Odyssey. So with that being said, I'm very excited to see what it's gonna be. And we got my boy Luke Ponto into his house. He says, "What's up, Josh? Congratulations of 10 years of YouTube. Also, for those who want to join in, there is a link to StreamYard where you guys can come in as a special guest and say your highs, or if you just want to chill with me for a few minutes, that's fine. But we got Luke in the house. Congratulations, 10 years on YouTube. I'm feeling the love, man. Like, it's been a process, it's been an evolution, but you know what? I'm happy to be doing this. I love talking about movies, such. Also, the live streams where I watch a movie or such. I love doing this, even when it's not always the most fun. We have Collector Movie Man who says congratulations on 10 years. All right, I appreciate that, Collector Movie Man. We have Acres of Movies where she says, I think he or she. Hello and thanks from Stacy. Best romantic comedy. That's a tough one. Best romantic comedy. I will say, in recent memory, I will say Anyone But You. That movie had no right to be as great as it was, but it came out. It made a decent profit, and it's been credited for being a kind of revitalization of romantic comedies in theaters. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell did a great job. But in terms of some of the other best romantic comedies, I will also say there's plenty. Like When Harry Met Sally, rest in peace to Rob Reiner. We all have to take a moment of silence there as he rests in power, as he was tragically killed by his own flesh and blood, he and his wife. I don't care what mental issues or such you're going through. If you are going through that mental issues or such, go talk to somebody about it or get help. It's not worth taking one of the most late greatest directors out on a disappointing note. Oh, okay, you female. Best performance in action or adventure movie. Well, you got a lot. There's Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. You have the entire Lord of the Rings cast, all of that such. So it's plenty to choose from, but I would say the Lord of the Rings cast is definitely up there. You have so many out there that's there. So for that, it's a lot of great. But I love great questions. And now, with that being said, we can just go into some of the announcements that were going on here. As you all know, in terms of announcing things, this year was, I had plans to go back to full consistency on a regular basis, but Unfortunately, there has been things that's been going on personally that has not been the best. And oh, we got someone joining in, so I'll ask stage really quick.
Hey,
Hello,
Collector Movie Man. How are you?
doing great. I was just making some announcements of the segments that are making announcements for 26 plans on my YouTube channel, and but you're welcome to hear them if you want, or I can just
Oh,
wait till you.
sure.
Is it okay if I announce it?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, because you and just like everyone else is gonna be one of the first to know. So here we go. As you all know, I had four, and also to anyone watching this, these segments are gonna be edited down in their own individual visual bubble in clips here. So the
Okay.
reaction trailer for the Odyssey will be edited down. These announcements will be edited down, especially, but not the Q&A section as such. So let me check my comments, and then I will get back into it. We have Roller Coaster for Matrix or Fast and Furious, as Acres of Movies says. That's a hard roller coaster I pick. I probably said the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then also Acres of Movies says Hello Dave, Collector Movie Man.
Yep. Hello, Acres.
Alright, so we'll go into the, as you're all aware, this year I have full intentions to get back into full consistency of doing the YouTube such, besides being very sporadically throughout this year. But unfortunately, this year there were a few things that kind of held me back from doing that, which I'm not going to go into it here because that's more of a personal thing, and I'd rather it just be more of just having fun rather than announce to just announce the personal stuff. But regardless of announcements, I did spend the first half of this year. I mean, the first half of this month, I should say. I'm sorry about that, Dave.
Oh, it's
But
fun.
we do making some plans and announcements for what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to save the big announcements for last because it's going to go tie back into the Odyssey.
Okay.
But the first set of announcements, this part of the announcements is just going to be announcements of stuff and the returning segments. So the first announcement I would gladly love to announce is that depending on if this works or not, I will be trying to do like an interview portion. An interview
Oh,
in this portion is I'm basically going to be interviewing people. Like it can be a content creator like yourself or such, or it could be just like someone from something we've seen or such. But I do want to try and do like an interview portion of this YouTube channel,
cool.
or might split it onto a secondary channel. I don't know yet, but that's one of the big new announcements I will do once I announce for the YouTube channel plans of 2026. So that's one of them that I am here. So I don't have a name for the YouTube channel plans. I mean, the interview portion of YouTube where I interview people just yet, but I'm still thinking of names. If any of you guys want to help come up with a name, let me know. So that's one announcement out of the way. The next one, this has been asked of me for a couple of years now, and I've been putting it off, but there will be a complete physical media collection, video or live stream, but
Oh,
it's not just
awesome.
going to be the complete physical media. I'm also going to show you guys around the digital movie collection because I haven't done a physical media collection video since 2016, 2017. And to tell you the truth, the physical media collection has gotten a lot more bigger. Now, I don't have most of the physical media on me right now, but once I do, I will make that video happen. And
Oh,
I think it's going to be a lot of fun to show that here.
that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see that.
All right. The next announcement is this is something I kind of been toying with, but I kind of want to do a behind the scenes video.
Oh, nice.
A behind the scenes video in the case of this. I want to go into take a little people on the behind the scenes video of what exactly we're going to be going on in terms of that video. So that's going to be something I do want to show people the behind the scenes process of from how I do the review process to editing and such. But that's just something I want to do. I want to bring in more collaborators, ones that I've collaborated with in the past or new for a video or a live stream. So that's another big announcement. But the
Oh,
returning segment is I used to do this where I just get to rant on things that frustrate me, and I'm decided to bring back what grinds my gears. So in this section, where I used to do it for the newcomers and the old school members, what I would do here is I would I would just rant on things that bothers me in terms of films or just something I want to rant about, like people complaining about reshoots and such. That used to be fun, but I'm gonna bring that back. So that's just an announcement.
oh, cool.
So so the next one here, before I go into this next one here, let's answer a few of these questions. Have you and Dave have seen one battle after another?
I have.
I haven't. I have plans to watch one battle after another, but but after the week it came out, before it came out, there was a lot of political violence that was going on, and I just didn't really want to take a chance on it. So I might watch it at some point, but I'm still conflicted about it.
I know it's on HBO Max if you have that.
I don't have HBO Max, but I've heard good things about it. I've also heard some people not like it as much.
I find it really good.
Hmm. What would you and Dave see together in the double feature? I honestly don't know when it comes to that.
I don't know either. It all
Maybe
depends.
just probably some classics or something. So
Yeah.
we also, what movie will win Best Picture?
I think I think it's either going to be
Hmm.
one battle after another, or I think it could be what's the other one? I'm trying to think of.
What Sinners?
Yeah.
The way everyone's talking, it could look that way with either one. But if
Yeah.
Sinners takes home Best Picture, I wouldn't really complain about it.
Same here.
Neither one is wrong. We'll just
But
have to wait till we get the full Best Picture nominations.
but I do know that a lot of the people who vote for the Oscars,
Uh huh.
I've heard a lot of them really like one battle after another because it's so relevant to our time.
That's the thing I've heard on the good side and the bad side for people who likes it. It's relevant, but also some people say it's too much for them to handle. So we have favorite character in a thriller.
In a thriller would
Yeah,
pop.
thriller.
Would
Favorite character in a thriller. It can be any type of thriller: crime thriller, mystery thriller, drama thriller, erotic thriller, any of that.
well the actor. I mean the I forget what Hugh Jackman's character is. What his character name is in Prisoners.
Keller Dover. He was the dad who was trying to look for his daughter.
Yes, he was really good.
It's a crying shame. He did not get nominated for that movie. He should have been nominated.
I know he
Especially
should have.
the scene in the car where he's like, every day my daughter is wondering why I'm not there to rescue her.
And
He's
then
that
the scene where he's in the bathroom with the guy and he's
Paul Dano.
almost
Sorry, Quentin Tarantino, but Paul Dano is a great actor.
yeah. But this, remember the scene with Hugh Jackman and Paul Dano, and
Yeah, Terrence
he start
Howard.
he starts breaking the sink, and you think
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna break his fingers with the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a pretty intense scene.
It was.
But he should have been nominated for that.
He definitely should have.
The great pick. I will say I have two. I will say Kevin Spacey as John Doe in Seven. Have you seen Seven?
Oh yeah, I love Seven.
Great film. Great film. In my top 100 favorite movies of all time. But hit when he, despite his personal stuff as a person, I still think Kevin Spacey is a great actor.
Same
And
here.
in that movie, in terms of him being the killer to do all the seven deadly sins, that last scene in the movie with Somerset and Mills, where we find out what happens to Gwyneth Paltrow, which I won't spoil it for you guys unless you've seen the movie.
I've
But
seen it.
if you guys have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But it's a scene in the movie where you pretty much what's in the box.
Yeah.
Like
What's in
that
the
moment,
box?
that moment, his little screen time at the end of that movie is great. I think he really does a good job
Yeah.
in there. And the
Um.
other I will say is Anthony Hopkins from The Silence of the Lambs. He's
Oh,
not
that's a good.
very
Yeah,
much as Dr. Hannibal Lecter. And
that's very
he
good.
got nominated, but he won, gratefully deserved Oscar win. But in
Yes.
those 16 minutes of The Silence of the Lambs, I think he makes the best with his screen time.
Yes.
So,
And another one I was gonna say is Matt Damon's character in the Bourne trilogy, David.
hmm that's a great one. I love those movies.
Yeah.
Nice little funny joke from Acres of Movies says they should make a new Scooby Doo live action legacy sequel with Matthew Lillard back as Shaggy and redeems the villain as unmasking as Tarantino. That's a funny joke. That's
That's
a funny
funny.
joke. I think
That's
it's funny. I would love for them to do a Scooby Doo 3 with the original cast of the live action films, but I highly doubt it that they'll
yeah.
actually do it. And then also Acres of Movies says that I've enjoyed the channel and thank you very much. Great. So now I can announce like I said, the Q&A portions will stay, but when I individually do these as clips, I will cut the Q&A portions out
All
if
right.
that's okay with you.
That's
But
fine.
plus, you guys will have the whole live stream yourselves, anyways, if you want to hear us talk. But the the next thing I want to announce are the review plans for movies, TV, and anime. Also, a little bit of music. So this one, I'm also just gonna add like I'll get back into the live streams and such stuff more. That was the plans, but this is just a review section and make some announcements here. As far as reviews, the reviews and stuff is not going anywhere. You're still going to get your classic reviews. You're still going to get your newer reviews. I know I have not reviewed a whole lot of movies from this year because of everything that's going on. And also, most of these opinions with other people being so extremely harsh has turned me away from a few movies. That's why I'm trying to catch up on
I
them.
I do I don't do many reviews, but I'll do reviews for like newer movies. But
Yeah, I do a mix of newer and classic. You're still also going to get the catch up movie reviews and also the review roundups in case if I have movies that didn't get a chance to review that I want to catch up on. And also the review roundups is basically if I just don't if I want to put a few movies into one, whether it's pre-recorded or live stream style. And this is something that another YouTube subscriber that the Tennis Reaper said I should do is in the case of if I see a movie sometimes and I don't always want to pre-record it, I could do like a live review or something, or I could just do like a live taping. Where
yeah,
in this, where I'll announce that in the live stream section. I'm gonna tackle some review ideas that some people have been asking me to do. One of them is from a friend I know. His name is Christian Hoshino. I talk to him on IG a lot, and he said I should tackle of this little I review ideas. So review ideas like erotic thrillers or such, but the thing I'm a little worried about in terms of reviewing a few movies of erotic thrillers like Fatal Attraction or such, are people going to watch them? Are they going to work in terms of classic reviews? So that's something I am taking into consideration for 2026 to branch out. You're still going to get the revisited reviews. And pretty much in the revisited reviews is where I look back on a video or something I do. It could be a TV show, it could be a movie review for a film that I wasn't happy with my original review and I want to go back and do it in better quality. So that's something I do want to do. As far as franchises go, to revisit, I want to revisit a few horror movie franchises like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, minus Halloween Kills, Halloween 2018, and Halloween Ends. I'm not going to touch those reviews because I'm pretty happy with those. I'm talking about the first one all the way up to the Rob Zombie ones, Nightmare on Elm Street, because those were some of my first big franchise reviews, and I'm not too happy with the quality of those. I'm just gonna keep those on here anyway, so that way you'll see the older. Also, want to review the 007 movies, but I'm gonna take my time with them as opposed to rushing them. And we're gonna go all the way from Sean Connery to Daniel Craig, but I will not be touching No Time to Die because I'm happy with that review. I want to re-review two of my biggest favorite fantasy franchises, Middle Earth and the Harry Potter franchise. And plus, going back into Middle Earth, this will give me the perfect excuse to check out Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim because I was actually really excited to watch it when it came out. I just never really got the chance to do it. And also, we have Silent Tracker saying that I'm back. Hey, I'm backstage. I'll bring you on as well once Collector Movie Man. Once I go through these announcements and Collector Movie Man just gives congratulations, or if he's busy with other stuff. So
I did have a question
yes,
for what TV shows have you reviewed?
I reviewed pretty much. I have a whole playlist on YouTube. I'll send it to you in the DMs,
All
or you
right.
can find it on my channel. It's a lot of them, like Stranger Things and Invincible, and then the few seasons of The Walking Dead. But I'll still send it to you. But if you're subscribed to my channel, you should
I
see all the different playlists of all the reviews stuff. But I
Have
still
you?
have to review Stranger Things season 4 and season 5 once it's over, and I want to review something like Chainsaw Man and Mandalorian season 3.
Have you? Have you watched Game of Thrones before?
Oh, I've reviewed Game of Thrones in 2016, and then the last two seasons of 2017 and 2019.
Oh, so you reviewed all that.
The only ones that I've not reviewed is the House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
I'll get to that. But in terms of franchises to re-review, Middle Earth, it'll give me a chance to not only do them the way I wanted to do them, but also the versions I will be tackling of Middle Earth, including the Hobbits, is going to be the extended editions, and
Nice.
I will be getting the War. We'll be reviewing the War of the Rohirrim. In terms of Harry Potter, I'm not going to touch the Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, the original review, or Secrets of Dumbledore. But I do want to revisit the first two Fantastic Beasts movies and re-review the Harry Potter films. So those are a few franchises. I'm not going to announce too much in terms of franchises. Get back into director filmographies because I was doing Martin Scorsese, but I kind of fell off. I also want to do more director filmographies, like go back to David Fincher, Scorsese, a few other directors. I tackled some movies in their filmography I haven't yet, and it's just a thing that would be fun. A YouTube friend I know who doesn't do movie reviews and such anymore, and he's taking his channel into a new direction, is Jacob Martin. He would do director review projects. So I want to do that. But this last one, I think all of you subscribed here, especially Dave, is going to love this. Randomizers. The random and what this is randomizers, and every month you guys get to choose the movie that you like to see a review of. It could
Oh,
be a
that's pretty cool.
so I'm going. What I'm doing is a randomizer. So it's gonna be. I'm sorry, Leah. I didn't mean to. Because I know you're trying to get back in the bed. You're good. I'm still here. But what I'm doing in this is the randomizer, and is that for a lot of you, I want to make this a little interactive for my subscribers. So every month, you guys get to do a randomizer where you guys get to choose what it is, what movies you want to see reviewed. It
Oh,
can be a
nice.
classic or it can be an older. So that's one. I will save the big announcement for last, but first let me answer these comments here.
Did you?
So,
Did you? Did you want me to leave so you can get your other person on here?
if you want to leave, you
Well,
can.
I want to make sure everyone gets a chance.
All right, I'm gonna bring the next person here. So,
All right.
silent attacker 153G. So, before you go, do you have anything you want to say?
Um, I will definitely be keeping an eye on your channel and
Yeah, I've been
watching,
watching yours and going seeing your Amazon wish list.
and
And
I will definitely be. Are you going to be doing like voting for the randomizer or?
yeah, I do want to do random voting for randomizer. I want to try and make it interactive because I'm
Okay,
not sure how else I want to.
I will definitely be voting and stuff when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I'll let you go so you can get your other person on here.
All right, I'll let you go.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Have a
And
good.
congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you. It's been. I will be definitely. I will definitely get in touch with you later about the TV reviews. So we'll talk later.
All right, bye.
All right. Let me go through these comments first and say, what's a movie that makes me laugh every time? Plenty of those. We have Shrek. You have Mean Girls. There's a lot of them. So I'll say there's a lot of them. Would you like a animated version of Honey I Shrunk the Kids? No, I think it's best to leave Honey I Shrunk the Kids alone. Leave that in the past and just do it with something else. Mm, favorite? I've already answered that. Favorite character in the thriller. Let's see what else. Would you rather go to a premiere of Titanic or The Departed? That's a harsh one to think about because both movies I think are great. But if I have to really choose, I would say Titanic. If I could time travel back to see how people reacted in 1997. Have you seen 1986 FX or sequel? I'm not sure what movie is you're talking about, the FX movies, but I haven't heard of those. So I'll look them up after this stream is over. What's your favorite Jack Nicholson performances? I will say Something's Gotta Give, The Shining, his performance in The Departed, I love. Also, as good as it gets, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is one of my mom's favorite movies. She loves One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But the man has a great performance. Just let me answer these few questions and I'll get back into the channel announcements. I got a randomizer sounds fun. Great ideas. It will start in probably January or February. I have to make sure which one is the appropriate dates. We have Cole. He says that he just finished playing Killzone 3 on PS3. Awesome game. The Departed, for me, he loves that film. That's great. Did you know that there was a canceled Grand Theft Auto movie in the 2000s directed by Tony Scott? Not until I looked up his unrealized projects in his filmography. As good as it gets is hilarious. Absolutely. It is hilarious. It is a very hilarious film. Now we get into the other half of the announcements for YouTube plans of 2026. And like I said, a lot of this will be edited here. But I'm when I want to split the stuff into individual videos. So stick around for that. We have, as far as the top 10 list goes, that's not going anywhere. I want to try get back into those, like some ideas from Justin Williams, one YouTube friend I have. He says I should do one for top 10 favorite sci-fi films. Also from Neon Giallo 87, he also says I could do a list of movies. I pick one movie for some of my favorite actors or actresses, and I discuss why I like that movie so much. Also, top 10 directors, of course, I've done that. I could pick a movie from each director and why I love it. So those are not going anywhere when it comes to that. You're still gonna get the usual ranking videos, but there will be normalized or they will be tier lists. These will go either way, pre-recorded or live stream. Also, another thing I want to add for the people here and you guys is allow you guys to request any movie old from the past or live stream that you would like me to do a live stream on or pre-record on. So you can pretty much request any movie or such you want. On Letterboxd, I do have a whole list of requested reviews. I also written it down on paper and written it down in my little notes here on my phone, so that way I can keep up on which ones I really want to do. So there you are. The exception to this, there will be no 50 Shades of Grey trilogy to review because I really don't want to review those movies and I don't want to talk about them. So that's not happening anytime soon. As far as the live streams go, I want to kind of change it up a bit here. So you're not only just gonna get movie watch-alongs and commentaries by either by myself or if I can get some people in, we can then do it and enjoy it. So that's one I want to do. Even want to try and get back into that because I was supposed to do it with Superman and such this year, but things didn't go the way it's planned. Life gets in the way, so I had to kind of cut down. I want to do what Luke Ponto usually does, or Mr. Michael here. In the case of Hangout streams, where I do like a Hangout stream for an hour or such, and do like a little Q&As for people. This one I toyed with because I didn't think I really want to do it at first, but I see a few YouTubers do it, and what this is going to be like live tapings. And basically, in this, you're gonna either get live tapings of some top 10 lists that I do. You get to see the process of what goes into me doing live tapings of movies I'm going to be reviewing or top 10 lists or ranking videos. Watch me do all the screw ups and such, and I keep count on how long each of those will be. And then I will take this live recordings and live tapings and edit them individually for YouTube. So the live tapings are not to replace the way I do it, where I just not live record my process. It's more so I'm taking you guys on a little behind the scenes journey of what goes into the process of recording videos and ranking the top 10 lists. And the last one I've been wanting to do, I kind of did this 2023, but I want to try and get back to it, and that is the editorial process. And in the editorial processes, what I want to do here is take you guys on a little bit of editing suites, like what the process of my editorial style. How does it go? How long does it take for me to edit one video or ranking? Or I could be editing multiple videos for an hour and a half or 2.5 hours with you guys. So that's just something I think will be fun to do. Let me answer the questions and then I will get into the huge announcement involving the Odyssey. So, what do I want from Zootopia 3? If it's going to be the last one, the trilogy or such, just be as good as the first two. And just, in terms of ideas, is whatever they want. That's pretty much how I think it should go. Whatever they want. Never seen the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy or Cuties, and I never will. Well, that makes two of us, Cole. So just wait and look because in 2026 there is a top 10 list that I have in development of movies I will never watch. And guess what, Cole? Those movies are on it. Jay Vader's and Harry Thomas's rants on Cuties were great. They were hilarious because that movie. I'm glad that movie is no longer on Netflix or such because No kid or no parent should ever, or no person should ever have to be subject to a movie like that. I also refuse to watch a Serbian film. I wouldn't last 5 minutes with that. Honestly, to tell you the truth. Mm. Which movie from the 1990s do you wish would become a franchise? For me, it's True Lies of The Long Kiss Goodnight. I will agree definitely with True Lies. The Long Kiss Goodnight, I think, is okay. I loved it a lot more when I was younger, but I just think the movie is okay at best. There's good elements in that movie. There's also frustrating elements like surviving cold water for after being drowned in it would look like 5 to 7 times. So I do kind of question that just a little bit. You should be dead from the cold water after being drowned in it. Oh, hey David, 3000. How we doing? Happy 10 years, he says. I hope you're doing well. I know you from the network community and the Film Tastic Forum group chat. I will never watch Cuties from what I was told about it. Good decision. Like I said, wait until I do that list in 2026. You will see why. Black Critic Guy review on Cuties was trash. I wasn't the biggest fan of him to begin with. However, that especially made me hate him. And honestly, you feel completely justified in that. Let me look into this. Hmm. So let me. Okay, the private chat. All right, we're going on for an hour and 2 minutes. Making good progress. I'm doing what I said I was going to do. Don't make this over 7.5 hours. Just make it at least long enough. Because of that, because of that review, he did Black Critic Guy lost over 5,000 subscribers. Damn. Sucks to be him if you try to defend a movie like that because the truth is with Cuties there is no defense for a movie like that. The movie's just bad, just plain bad. Now, remember when we reacted to the Odyssey? Yes. Now we're gonna bring in the big one. Huge announcements, huge announcements. And this is something that, because in anticipation for the Odyssey, I became a little inspired to do it. And what this is going to do, I have decided to do a little series of this in terms of this little genre of films. But yes, it did. The Odyssey does look great. I did a reaction to it before on this live stream before I talked about anything else. It will be cut down for YouTube's after this is over. So the big announcement I will be announcing is leading up to the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's latest film. I've decided to tackle a series of fantasy epic and historical epics. And I've went through and I've handpicked the movies myself in terms of what I will be talking about. And this is how it's going to go. Some of them will be pre recorded for video, some of them are going to be live stream related. And my whole plan with this is to try and get some people to come in and collaborate with me on some of these, whether you want to or not. So if you're out there, a content creator, you can hit me up with a lot of these, and I'll assign one to you. Not all of them are going to be collaborated because I do want to be standalone. But I do have the compiled list here, and the list is as follows. Now, to be frank, two of these movies are not historical epics. They're just epic fantasy films like Lord of the Rings and such. I just wanted to put them in for the hell of it. And here we are. We're going to have a revisited of 300 by Zack Snyder, the prequel and kind of sequel, 300 Rise of an Empire, which I want to talk about that. I've been wanting to re-review those, especially the first movie for the longest. We're going to talk about Spartacus from 1960, directed by the great Stanley Kubrick. Troy revisited, but the first movie about the Trojan War and based on the Odyssey folklore. But I want to specifically talk about the director's cut edition and see what different that is. Alexander revisited. I reviewed this once in 2017, but I want to specifically look at the final cut of the film and see, because I've heard it's the best version of the film. The only one I've seen is the theatrical version. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. I've always wanted to talk about it because that movie does not get the love it deserves sometimes. It does not get the love it deserves sometimes. Lawrence of Arabia. Since the 4K is coming out and the anniversary is next year, I wanted to talk about that. Seven Samurai. This is in my top 100 favorites of all time, and I want to get it out of the way. Braveheart, which this may be one of two Mel Gibson directed movies I talk about, because I've already talked about Hacksaw Ridge when it came out in a little quickened fashion. We have Beowulf, the 2007 film directed by Robert Zemeckis and stars Rainn Wilson. We have The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Hook 1990s, which this isn't really historical epic. I just want to review this for the hell of it, as well as Peter Pan 2003. And also Jack the Giant Slayer. I want to put some respect on this movie's name. So that's exactly what we're going to do. All three Clash of the Titans movies, which this means the original Clash of the Titans, the remake of Clash of the Titans from 2010, and Wrath of the Titans, which was a sequel to the remake. Which I'm curious to see if both of those remakes, the remake and the sequel, holds up. We also have the dual feature from Ridley Scott's Gladiator 1 Revisited and Gladiator 2, which I own on digital and I was going to see it last year, but I heard so many people talk down about it that it didn't give me enough motivation to watch it. Some people really liked it though. And the last one, I was saving this one for last. It's going to be the director's cut version of Kingdom of Heaven. This movie just celebrated its 20th anniversary back this year in May. So I want to review this one. But we're just doing the director's cut with the roadshow intermission and such. Because that's the only version of this movie that should be watched from now on. So that is the big announcements there. And like I said, some of these will be pre-recorded, some of these will be live streams. So I want to kind of put a mix into it and take advantage of the live streaming abilities more. And like I said, if you're someone who has seen any of these movies, I might hit you up in this. So, and I will also share this list on the YouTube community tab for those of you. So, some of these movies I will have collaborators on, some of them will not, but you'll have to wait until I make this announcement. Is one video and post this list here on my community tab. So, so if you're still watching, Cole, you might get a chance to do a collaboration with me in one of these. So, let's look some of your doers. You said that's a cool idea. I came up with it myself. He says the new Street Fighter movie looks awful. Honestly, I think it looks like a lot of fun. It looks campy, it looks stupid, it looks way too out there. But you know what? A lot of Street Fighter fans who has not been happy with the previous incarnations seem to be pretty happy with it. I know some has its detractors, but you know what? That's just how this thing goes. And in terms of the historical epics thing, he says 300 is good, Braveheart is great, Hook is great, Peter Pan 2003 is underrated. Same with Jack the Giant Slayer. Clash of the Science 1981 is good. Gladiator 1 is great. Haven't seen the rest you mentioned. Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a project that's going to go on probably starting in late January to February. Either late January or I'll start in February, and this will go on until the release of the Odyssey. So, if you are a fan of historical epics or any one of those, when I drop the list and ask who wants to be collaborators on, I will give you guys. I'll assign you one of these. Just remember, not all of these are going to be collaborations. So there we are. I might have more than one person collaborating on a few of these. Plan on reviewing Zootopia 2 at some point. Yes, I am going to save it for 2026. It's just this year, I've had plans to review a lot of movies from this year, but either I got busy or things were kind of all over the place, or sometimes because of mixed bad reactions from other people or such, I just didn't have the motivation to review a few of these movies for 2025. But I will be doing a 2025 catch up review and list a few movies on there I want to talk about. But the ones I don't want to do a catch up on and save individually, you'll certainly get these in 2026. But I have to try and find a balance between reviewing stuff from this year, classic stuff, TV shows, and stuff from next year. So that's why I'm going to be taking advantage of the live stream stuff and such. 50 Cent and Jason Momoa, I don't like as actors, so that's a turn off for me. I personally don't mind 50 Cent as an actor. He's not the greatest actor rapper, but you know what? He is a decent enough actor when you give him something to do. And Jason Momoa, I think, is a great actor. I was going to put Conan the Barbarian on this list as well as Red Sonja, but I could just save those for some other time. I want to see a new Diamond Sword movie, The Primitive War. I heard it's good. I've heard it's good too. I've heard it's also pretty boring from a few people, but I heard some people say it's the best Jurassic Park movie not named Jurassic Park. So that's fine. But that's just the big, huge announcement in terms of the Odyssey I want to announce. I like Conan the Barbarian, and I haven't seen the sequel or remake though. The sequel is not as good as the original, but it's decent enough. And the remake is not great, but it's more so in the lines of a guilty pleasure. you might get that list in 2026 because I want like a long top 10 list. I'm working out some plans or such I want to do, but these are just all I want to do in 2026. And I think if I'm consistent with it, with the live streams or the videos, even if some of them have to be at least 10 minutes or 5 minutes, such, or not always in depth, I feel like I'll be okay. But I'm excited to give you guys a lot of that stuff. So it's going to be a pretty packed year. I like the Street Fighter games. However, I'm not a fan of the 1994 movie. Van Damme is a good actor, but it wasn't the right choice for Gully. Dolph Lundgren, think will fit the character better. Van Damme, I will agree. He's not the best choice, and granted, it's not his fault in the script, but you could have had someone else. But I think some of the rest of the cast does try, like Mina Wen and Raw Julia, even though it's unfortunately his last movie that he was ever in. And with all that, the main goal I do want to get to with all the stuff I want to do, I either want to hit 5,000 subscribers next year or 10,000 subscribers next year or more. But it's going to come with a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. So we're going to make that happen. And I'm not going to beg for subscribers and such because I don't do that here. I don't do that here when it comes to it. That's the thing. But the most important goal next year is I just want to have fun on this channel because whether you're someone like me or part of the LGBTQ or such, or I want to make this community of epitastic people a safe place for everyone. So that's my main goal in 2026. I want to make this a safe place for everyone. So that's my main agenda, and that's the main thing I do want to make sure I keep in check is am I having fun with what I'm doing? So that's pretty much all of the announcements there. So I guess I can just go stay on for a couple more minutes and probably just if there's no more questions, I'll probably end it here. So or no more guests. So we'll just see how it goes. hmm And also, I just want to say in this live stream to my sister, because I am using her room. I usually do a live stream or a video like this in the living room of my sister's place, but they have to put the other table up, so that's why I'm doing it here. And I just want to apologize to her about that, but she said everything is cool. Let her get back in her bed once this is over. Top 10 worst video game movies. That top 10 list I'm actually planning to do a live stream of next year. So let me go through the video game movies list, best and worst, I'll and I'll let and you'll see what makes the list when I do a live stream of that. But like I said, I just want to appreciate you guys for this 10 years. Like I never would have thought in 10 years this would be something. And I'm not even part of the YouTube partnership program. I don't have memberships. I don't have Patreon and such. But it's it's been it's been great. It's been an interesting experience. And This YouTube process is giving me a chance to explore my creative side. And with that, but yes, I will do a top 10 worst video game movies and such. I'll go on for at least a few more minutes. Like I said, unless you want some people to join in, I'll cut it softly. But if you didn't get the chance to hang out with me here, don't be sad because there will be another live stream coming in 2020. Hey, we have Joel the movie fanatic. He says, "Yo, what's up? Not doing, not doing well. Everything's cool. Everything's going fine. We're all good. Everything's Gucci, as the kids will say nowadays. Everything's Gucci." You see me, I'm an old fashioned person. I just like to talk like a proper old fashioned gentleman, as he should. Yeah. Watching the Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials. That of the Maze Runner movies, that's my favorite one in the entire Maze Runner trilogy. Just because we got the exploration and setup out the way, we could get to the fun stuff. And that trilogy had no reason to be as great as it was. Just finished streaming Warzone. Do you mean like Punisher Warzone? Because that's the only Warzone I know. Unless you're talking about some kind of wrestling event or such. Mhm. I like the Maze Runner, The Death Cure. The Death Cure is great too. All three of those movies were good. Thoughts on the Highlander movies? I loved the first movie. The second one was okay, but the rest sucked. I'm kind of not the right person to ask because I haven't seen anything past the first movie. I've only seen the first film. I know there's a remake they're making with Chad Stahelski. I think David Lynch is the. I mean, David Leitch is directing. I accidentally said David Lynch is directing with Henry Cavill and Dave Bautista and Karen Gillan. But with the remake, if you've seen the original Highlander, you know what happens to Heather. So I'm hoping Karen Gillan's character is not the Heather character because of she's not going to last for a certain amount of screen time. She just ain't. Christopher Nolan, the Odyssey trailer dropped today, and yes, I reacted to it at the very beginning of this live stream. I will cut. You will see a cut down version for it soon. Once this is processed as such, in the next few days. Okay. Would you put Highlander in your top 10 or 20 favorite fantasy movies? Cole, you just gave me a great idea for a top 10 list or something I've been wanting to do for the longest. Fantasy favorite fantasy movies. Gave me an idea for that for something I've been wanting to do for the longest. So yeah, that might be in the top 10. Let's see what else. What video games do I play? Well, growing up, I would play the Game Boy Advance. I used to play the hell out of it, like the Polar Express and Shrek the Third, the video game. Video games like that on the Game Boy Advance. I'm also was big into PlayStation 2 at the time or Xbox 360. I have Xbox 360 now, but I have to get a new upgraded game. that works now. So I don't really play a lot of video games nowadays because there's also so much other stuff I want to do. But nice question. Video games are fun. I'll admit. Have you seen Outland 1981? I need to check my letterbox because I think I have. It's a very underrated sci-fi movie thriller starring Sean Connery. If I haven't, I'll get to it. I might review that. You might see that in the randomizer next year. I played Exposition 33 this year. I have an Xbox One. That's very good, Joel. That's very good, Joel. I like that. I like that. You like that? Pretty cool. Pretty epictastically cool. Yeah. Well, your shout out. Yeah, there you are. You got three people watching. Yeah. All right, so we have my good YouTube buddy in the case of Tevia Smoker. Hello, Tevia. How are you doing? So yeah, how are you doing, Tevia? Which movie is worth? Hold on. Tevia Smoker says doing good. It's good. Also, you're doing a good job on your channel. I also gave you a shout out in the or like a little thank you in the 10 years of YouTube video before this live stream. Also, Cole did get a little bit of a shout out in the 10 years video. That is still up on the channel if you guys haven't watched it already. I pre-recorded it on the first of the month, and not only that, and made sure it was scheduled to release. Cole asked which movie is worse, Ghostbusters 2016 or Black Christmas 2019? Well, there are. Well, here's the thing when it comes to this question, because both movies I think are terrible. Black Christmas 2019 and Ghostbusters 2016. I understand there's people who love Ghostbusters 2016. I am not one of them. I think Ghostbusters 2016 is painfully unfunny. It's lazy. The humor is ridiculous. And also, I hate what it does in terms of the characters and the guys in that movie. There are some redeeming qualities when it comes to it, like Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones. I think some of the other cast is good. There's a few things I like, and there are a few times I laughed at it. And the movie, it looks good for what it is. It looks very good for the budget it has. But I despise the movie exactly because not only you take the fun out of Ghostbusters, but you also take the fun out of the ghosts. And I'm not saying a movie with female Ghostbusters can't be funny. You can make it funny. It's just the way you choose to go about it was completely childish and totally irresponsible. But in terms of the worst of movie, Black Christmas 2019 is easily the worst case offender because it's not a horror movie. And it's not even a fucking Christmas movie. It has nothing to fucking do with Black Christmas. The 2006 movie had nothing to do with Black Christmas, but it was still a much better Black Christmas movie than the one from 2019. And that entire movie, I respect that you try to make a movie. Unfortunately, what you are trying to do is hammer a message that guys suck throughout the whole entire fucking movie. And when it gets to a point where it's the main one of the guys says, if a bunch of guys sung a song about how girls sucks and they like to show skin, you'd be pissed off. That's where the movie I thought they were actually gonna go there and be like, worth be meta about what you're saying, but they don't. The more I think of Black Christmas 2019, the more it frustrates me. So easily, that's the worst case offender. Worst case offender. Also, for you guys out there, be sure to check out Tevia's channel. He does awesome game plays, comic reviews, TV reviews, and movie reviews. He just talked about Fire and Ash, which is a rant. So you guys go check that out. Joel, the movie fanatic, says, I followed you on Instagram and somebody's ready to come in. Let's see. We got Tevia. So come on.
Yo,
Hello.
congratulations, man, on 10th anniversary.
Thank you. I'm very happy to have you on here. So great. I was just giving you a shout out.
Thank you.
Celebrating the 10-year anniversary. So I had to, when I did the thank you video, I wanted to put as much as the original Nerd Pack members in there as possible, like you, Anthony, Parker, Sean, Tevia, and John Avenger, all you guys.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So Fire and Ash, it wasn't great, was it?
Yeah, it was just so boring. And I waited my fucking time.
That's exactly the thing I've been hearing about it.
Yep.
Because you're 3 movies into the Avatar series. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Sure, you can have the pretty colors and such, but the thing that looks the most interesting, which is the Fire Clan, is barely in the movie.
They do that and shit. Like, they show up for like 5 or 10 minutes at beach, then they piss off, with the colonel. What? Why don't have the Fire Clan be the main villain? Forget the military assholes.
You have Una Chaplin from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
the Red Wedding episode, which is one of the most devastating episodes and one of the most popular episodes of TV, as a fire leader, the main villain, and you do nothing with her, and you just say, "Oh, come back for Avatar 4 and 5." No. That's not how you do it. If you're gonna have a new villain, introduce her. I ain't even watched the movie yet because like I said, the Avatar movies, I appreciate them more than I enjoy them. But I can respect the people who do love these movies. But when you have people being so ungrateful to those who didn't like this movie and just talk shit to them, that's why I had to say something over on my TikTok when I ranted about most of the Avatar fans.
Yeah.
But I can tell your disappointment about it.
Yeah. Like, I'll give it this. From technical standpoint, it looks amazing. But for story perspective, it's pointless. It's the exact same movie from 1 and 2. Like, Oh,
And that's exactly what I've heard, even from people who do defend the movies. Now, I get what James Cameron's trying to say about the Avatar movies, about how you have to protect the environment and protect the water, and also I get all that. And how, but for 3 movies in, you gotta do something a little different.
yeah.
Say what you will about the DCU or or older DCEU, as I should say, or the MCU back then and currently, for better and worse, or any other franchise, but at least they try to do something different.
Agreed. Like I'll give Marvel credit over DC. DC trying to pick themselves these days. Like say what we're getting done, but we the super movies probably back on track. We're finally getting good movies again from DC. And
Yeah,
I'm a huge DC fan.
yeah, I'm happy that DC is getting back on track. This is what they set out to do. They're setting out to do what's necessary.
But we got casting for Brainiac finally. Yeah, they
The
did.
casting of Brainiac is an unknown actor, but you know what?
Yep.
I'm curious. I want to give him a chance.
Same.
All I'm hoping is don't get rid of Brainiac too easily, because they're not going to do that, because Brainiac, he's a great villain. People want to see him, and it's great to finally use a Superman villain that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, there's a left term then. Oh, by the way, I'm actually screen sharing the article.
Sure, you can screen share it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to answer these comments.
Okay.
Joel,
Well, I
the
got
movie.
for you.
Okay. Joel, the movie fanatic, says, I used to be a movie reviewer. I reviewed multiple films. My advice is, no matter how hard it gets when you're reviewing movies or such, or doing content creation, keep going.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will find your audience. It's taken me 10 years to build my own audience, but I've done it.
It took me years to put my own too, even though it subscribing number to hard.
Cole says Black Christmas 2018 might be the worst horror remake I ever seen. Wait till I do a best and worst remakes. You bet your ass that's gonna be on the list, because that movie offends the shit out of me.
That movie's so awful. I didn't see the movie. I saw a trailer. I'm like, this is dumb. This is stupid.
I have a question for Tevia. Thoughts on the Highlander movies? He loves the first movie. The second one's mad, but the rest suck.
First movie, the classic always will be. Its sequel. Okay, there's technically 2 cuts in that movie. The original cut, and then the director's cut. I think it's weird. I don't get that.
I'm gonna have to see the other ones.
The other sequel is awful.
They're doing the new one.
I'm curious how it's gonna turn out. It could be really bad.
Most disappointing movie of 2025. For Cole, he says The Wolfman, considering the director involved.
Yeah, Wolfman is bad.
I'm pretty sure your most disappointing will probably be Fire and Ash or something.
Me? No,
Yeah.
Fire and Ash was disappointing. I knew it was a disappointment day one. God, hoping made me prove wrong. I think my most disappointing movie of this year. It's Captain America: Brave New World. That's my most disappointing. But I was so hyped about that movie. But cool. Like, someone Captain America about kick ass. And what do I get? A disappointment. What? Like, all up there with the whole someone Captain America, and we went to Red Hulk, and we did all this nonsense for the leader, and all it but a Hulk sequel with Captain America. Why? Like, I don't get it. Stupid easy.
I don't hate Captain America: Brave New World. It's watchable. I have watched it and give it more time to grow on me, but it is kind of disappointing. But it's not even my most disappointing movie of the year. I just think the film is okay. Yeah. It's not as bad as people made it out to be. Some people really take it personal with the movie, to the point where it's like, did you even watch the movie, or are you just being gross for the sake of being gross? Yeah. It's not the worst thing ever. There are way worse movies.
There are way worse movies actually than that.
For me, I'm checking my letterbox to find my most disappointing movies list because I feel I have it somewhere, but I can understand, and I can understand from some people you may have Avatar or Captain America or Wolfman as a big disappointment. But
There's probably other movie out there on my list. I can make it before the year ends. In fact, I will probably do that. Have to wish it.
but I'll say one of the bigger surprises of this year, actually two of them, Companion and K-pop Demon Hunters, because
I did not see Companion.
Companion, definitely watch it. It's one of the more underrated films of this year. And K-pop Demon Hunters, that movie just took off like crazy. I did not expect it to take off as much as it did, nor is it to be as great as it was. But Sony Pictures Animation surprised me again. The problem I'm having with that movie or Knives Out, it would be nice if you put this in theaters.
Yeah.
Netflix, stop being a bunch of wimps and put your shit in the theaters and on
What
physical
I'm
TV.
worried about with the bio with WB being bio on Netflix, which scared me. That is a bad red flag.
Oh, if Warner Bros. You saw if they so much as try and make everything Warner Bros. For streaming, the Warner Bros. People at Warner Bros. Are not having that.
Yeah.
But for me, the most disappointing movie is going to be The Alto Nights because this stars Robert De Niro as two gangsters. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. It was directed by Barry Levinson. He's a very good director for the stuff he's did, like Rain Man, and it tells the story about Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. It's based on the true events, and it's Robert De Niro playing two parts. And it's a disappointment. As a fan of gangster movies and as a fan of mob movies, I actually have some interest in it. And I think Robert De Niro turns in a good performance. The supporting cast is good, and it has its moments of being a classic gangster film. And it's some good cinematography, but it is a straight up 2 hour and 2 minutes bore fest disappointment.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I reviewed it.
Nice.
Also, I will say The Naked Gun was also a pretty good surprise. That movie.
Really? I heard it was good.
Yeah, the 2025 Naked Gun film with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I heard the movie was good.
Yeah, it was fun, and it was nice to see a comedy not be scared to be a comedy for once.
Yeah.
Look at these other comments here. We have he played Killzone 3 for Cole. He also asked, have you seen the original Black Christmas 1974?
No, never seen it.
He says he recommends it. It's available on Prime Video, and Margot Kidder is in it. Also, the late Olivia. He also asks, what are your top 5 favorite horror video games? His are Resident Evil 4 original, Silent Hill 2, Alan Wake, The Evil Within, and The Last of Us Chapter 1.
Tough choice. Silent Hill remake, I like that whole again. Dead Space original and remake are both good. Resident Evil 2 remake was great. 4 original 4 remake are all good. That's 3, I think. Evil Within 2, I think it's a major sequel, a great upgrade to the original. That's 4. 5, I remember here. I'm here.
All right.
Yeah, it will come to me eventually. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard great things about the Last of Us games, but eventually I want to play them both because I know there's people who are divided on the second game, but I mainly heard it's great.
Yeah.
The show, I love the first season, and I like this season But I feel the biggest issue with this first half of the second season, and based on the second game, it feels rushed in the writing. And I'm not sure if it was because of the writer's strike or something, but something is a little off. I still enjoyed the season, but it needed more episodes to breathe.
You're not wrong.
At least 10 episodes or 13.
Yeah.
But
The recent
considering
horror game I've been playing is this. Well, I play at the October.
Silent Hill.
Channel F.
I never played the Silent Hill games, but I've seen the movies. The first movie I think is underrated. And Silent Hill Revelation.
It's a train wreck.
What the? Yeah, exactly. What the hell was that?
Yeah. That movie was like, fuck it, let's do Silent Hill to Toy Story. Why?
I'll let you finish.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, basically, I said, fuck it, we'll do Silent Hill 3 story. I think try to do that story with 3D. Why? That's dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't need the freaking 3D. Just do the story.
Yeah, like.
Or if you're gonna have 3D, don't post convert it. Shoot the movie in 3D.
Also, Silent Hill 3 story is a very dark story. It's about revenge, yes, but also the main character of the first game dies in that game. It's all very dark.
I'm curious about the return to Silent Hill, but the trailers have me concerned.
It did not give me hope. It gave me
the release dates. But I'm going to be reviewing it.
Same, I'll be reviewing it too.
Cole says Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein was great. It should have had the release date. I still need to see it, but I heard it's great. Also, he says he's yet to see Sleepers from 1996. He heard that movie is a great Barry Levinson movie.
Never heard of it.
Highlander 1986 deserves a video game from the makers of the Witcher games, he says. And then also he says to me, if I do ever get a PS5 eventually, I'd recommend the Resident Evil 2 game remake and the Evil Within, which are backwards compatible. And Silent Hill 2 is worth the play too. Well, I would definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah. He's not wrong. Both RE2 remake and RE4 remake are both good.
All right, I've seen people play it.
Yep, I did. I actually own it.
Yes, before this I was announcing some of the plans for 2026 YouTube on this channel. Congratulations here. Also, I reacted to the trailer for the Odyssey, which that will be cut down from the live stream, as well as my plans for YouTube. Also, the big announcement of what I'm doing leading up to the Odyssey. So those will be cut down into their own individual videos. But the Odyssey looks great.
Yeah, I saw a trailer when I watched Avatar by an Ass, and it showed awesome in the theater.
It looks awesome. And for the movie to look the way it does, there is no way it costs $250 million.
Yeah,
especially with the way the movie looks. I'm like, Nolan's putting in the work, and I'm hoping it brings back the historical epic genres. It could, but there's a lot of movies to look forward to in 2026. I'm very much looking forward to Supergirl. I know this is based on the Woman of Tomorrow comic, but I don't care. Yeah. I want to give it a fair chance, and it's something fresh for Supergirl.
Yeah.
Just because the comic may not work for some people doesn't mean it's not going to work for everyone. And I like the teaser trailer, but all I'm going to say is whoever hurt Crypto, Supergirl is going to go full John Wick.
Yep. She is. Especially in that story. It's a very, very dark story.
Yeah, I've heard because people complain about her drinking and such, but
it's very true. Right? That's what Tom King wrote about the story, which I get it, but honestly,
in my defense, the 2025 movie Superman, he did hint at that, and also Supergirl has gone through a lot from what I heard in the comics. She saw her parents die. she had to watch her home planet die, and she was frozen in time, so she couldn't get to Superman in
Yeah.
time. So of course you're gonna do that. So it is a Tom King thing, but as long as the rest of the movie is great, especially Lobo, I'm
Yep.
all
I
in.
mean, man.
Yeah, he looks great,
It's fantastic.
and Crypto is still cute. I know people have
Yeah.
issues with Crypto. I don't hate him. He's just got a little behavior problems, but he's a dog.
Yeah, the puppy.
And
That's of
Dune
course.
3, and Dune 3 is gonna be great.
Yeah. The question is though, which movie will move first, Doomsday or Dune?
I can definitely see Dune 3 getting moved to probably October because that way it won't get crushed by Dune Avengers. But
Yeah.
I am very curious about Dune 3. I've loved these first two movies, and I think Villeneuve is going to knock it out of the park with this trilogy.
Same.
He better get some Oscar nominations this time for Dune Messiah. That's all I will say.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that remind me, I've been watching My Hero Academia anime, the final season, and it's been awesome.
I gotta get into My Hero Academia, but I really like Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, that movie's great.
And I like the movie too. But they just announced there's going to be a second season of Chainsaw Man.
Which makes sense because the way this movie ended, it does open the door for
it does open the door. But My Hero Academia, I've heard great things about
I
it.
highly recommend it. It's really great.
Well, I'll be sure to put that on my list for 2026.
Yep.
And also TV shows, looking forward to. We got the final season of The Boys.
Yep.
It's gonna be a great final season, and we got more.
Season 2.
Yeah, X-Men 97 season 2. We also have Euphoria season 3, which I'm looking forward to. I'm a little concerned, but I just want to see how it plays out. And Invincible season 4, the more Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible. I'm so excited for that.
Especially after that final.
Especially after Conquest, because
I don't think Conquest is dead.
No, he's not dead. My bad, he's alive. He'll probably escape.
I'm gonna answer some of these comments as well.
Okay.
The original Resident Evil 4 is also worth the play. The PlayStation 4 copy is backwards compatible on PS5, and the Resident Evil 4 game is great too. The original game is the most ported game, Resident Evil 4 game.
He's right.
Cole owns the HD remaster of it for 2023 and 2005. Which movie genre has had a worse track record? Video game movies or torture porn?
I think video game movies have a lot more worse track record.
Yeah, it depends. I will say video game adaptations has been getting better recently. In recent years. Because they're finally trying to figure out.
Minecraft is a bad one because
I have a friend here in the chat, John Avenger, who will disagree with you on Minecraft.
That's fair.
But Minecraft, I watched it recently. In spite of all the bad reviews and the stupid controversies and filters and the chicken jockey meme, I didn't hate it. It's not good, but I didn't hate it. There's things in it I hate. There's also things in it I like. So I gave it 3 grades on my letterbox. One for myself, one for the fans of Minecraft, and one for the general audiences. But I think video game movies have been getting better, especially TV shows as well. You got Fallout, which started second season. You have The Last of Us, which I know some people were upset with the death of Joel. It doesn't bother me. As someone who's watching the show, it didn't bother me. We're coming back. The same people who's complaining about season 2, y'all ain't gonna do nothing but come back for season 3 anyway. You got, since we're dealing with Abby's story, which all of you people who want to attack Caitlin Dever over not bulking up for Abby, cut her some slack. She had to bury one of her family members, for God's sake.
What the fuck? God damn it.
Before she was able to do any bulk up and training, her mom passed away while they
Oh
were doing
shit!
production of it.
I
She
remember
talked
this.
about it during the episode 2 behind the scenes. That was her first thing she shot was the Joel
I don't
film.
blame her. That
And
that wasn't her fault. Well, especially like to do it with family. That's more important.
but yeah, but the role of Abby has been helping her get over that loss. And I think
Okay.
Caitlin is doing a great job in the role. I'm curious to see how they do the Abby side of things.
Yeah,
Especially with the
her
big
side of the game is controversial beyond belief, and I'm kind of with some of the people. Not to not, yeah, no, not that. No, the story itself. I want better an Ellie story than Abby's story, but then we had to split it Abby's story.
I've heard good things about the way they handle it, but I get what the second game is trying to show. The
Yeah,
cycle of violence and what that can do to someone.
yeah, especially
But
yeah, it's
I'm
one.
curious to see how they do the big giant monster Abby fights, the Rat King.
Oh yeah, the Whack King.
That should look good for TV
King,
standards. But it really depends on which one. Personally, I think the torture porn genre, and I haven't seen a whole lot of those, is kind of worse because
Game.
it's just pretty mean spirited. And I don't
Yeah.
mind a movie that's mean spirited or such. I don't mind that. But there can be movies where mean spirited nature goes too far.
Or yeah. Heck, speaking of game actually that are insanely very depressing. This game could have got Epictastic 3, a great game, but it's super dark and depressing. But the game is awesome. I recommend it.
The game is dark, but and depressing, but it's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Cole says, I hated the Minecraft movie. Also, the fielder fights by audience were so
Yeah.
stupid. This is exactly why people don't want to go to the fielders anymore.
Yeah.
Because the fielders, you won't force the fielder etiquettes. And
Yeah.
if you want people to go to the fielders, enforce the damn rules.
Yeah.
Get off your cell phone when you're watching a movie. Don't talk during the movie. If you have to check on someone, take it outside.
Agreed. Like,
And
thank
also,
God my beer did not have that bullshit, but oh my god.
yeah, that and the Final Destination with the fielder collapsing, that was crazy.
Yeah.
The Final Destination Bloodlines. Here's a little plug-in. Great movie. You all should watch it. Especially Tony Todd's last scene, which I'm glad the directors and the producers said, if you have anything you want to say it to the fans. And it felt like he was saying goodbye to us when he said, when he says enjoy every single second. But it's a great movie. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with Final Destination 7.
I'm glad to end the story right here, but fine.
But I'll say this: if you got something to tell, if you can come up with something interesting like you did with Final Destination Bloodlines, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Answer this from John Avenger, which
maybe Tony Rice said you can do more often, or we can do more podcast.
I will try. Like I said, this year I have plans to do it, but things got in the way, life gets hectic and such, but I will do that, John. Since he was nice enough to help me get the Blade trilogy on DVD. So that was nice. So those will be live commentaries. Also, those will be some re-reviews as well. Very curious to re-review Blade Trinity because I know it's going to be fun to talk about. But it's nice to see you. Leave a comment there.
Yeah. 2029.
What, K-pop Demon Hunters season?
No.
2029.
Apparently, Avatar 4. It said it's going to come in 2029. If this movie did one in the box office.
Yeah, because I've been hearing James Cameron play coy with it. He says if this one doesn't do as well as the first two, he's just going to finish it off as a novel. But and also he's getting to the point where he wants to do other things. things.
Which makes sense. I'm fine with him doing our stuff because, well.
For example, we need our sequel to Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, where's my sequel, damn it? I'm waiting.
Robert Rodriguez is waiting on it.
Yeah, that's boring. Forget Avatar. Just do that instead.
Yeah, go back and finish the Alita trilogy. You can still do your Avatar movies. Also, do something a little else more small scale before you retire, James Cameron.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy that you got your say so and you made the movies you want to make in Avatar, and they are visually beautiful, but you gotta change for Avatar 4 and 5. He has promised that the story is going to be a little different, which if you're going to do that, commit to it and no chicken out. But just, we want to see you do stuff like Alita Battle Angel 2 and 3.
Well, do not wait, don't do Terminator. You ain't messing up in the movie.
Yeah,
wait.
I didn't hate Terminator Dark Fate, but I can see why a lot of people did.
Wait, James Gunn wasn't born Terminator Dark Fate. I don't know anymore. I forget. It's been so damn long. I'm so old.
Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate was the 6th one.
Yeah, but did James Gunn like that movie, or he involved it on
2019.
God, I'm so old. Ugh.
But yeah, just be.
What if we get divorced?
Just if you want to do something else other than Avatar, then I think a lot of your fans, James Cameron, will be okay with that. They've been saying that for the longest. I understand why you took 13 years to make parts 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but because the technology for the underwater stuff and all that stuff looks visually beautiful, it's just one of these Avatar movies, you're going to have to do something a little different with your story.
Can we keep this a secret?
Also, what would help, let somebody trim your freaking movies.
Yeah, if you want like better you have to make it arguably fine. But yeah, how should I know director? Wait. Question. If someone even directed two Avatar movies, would it work without James Cameron?
If he still has a say so as a producer and writer, I'm sure with a different director he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that I did hear from you and the other people with Avatar Fire and Ash is that there's no reason for the movie to be as long as it was, which means I've said my piece about movie run times. I'll say it again. I'm on 3 different sides. I do think some movies can be a little bit too long.
Agreed.
2, I feel like depending on the story and depending on the genre, a movie should be as long as it needs to be to tell your story. 3, let the directors make their movie, or if they know it's long, put an intermission in there.
Yeah.
At least 5 minutes, a 5-minute intermission or such. Because I know the Kill Bill re-release had one.
I didn't see the Kill Bill illusion, but I want to.
Where he released Volume 1 and Volume 2 as one movie, The Whole Bloody Affair with an intermission.
Yeah.
But I understand. You're checking stuff. K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 is in 2029, which I understand. You want to make sure you take your time with it rather than rush it. Same thing with Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be on Spider-Verse is going to turn out, given the time that we had to wait.
Which I understand because there's some new animation they want to do. And plus, everything I'm hearing about it sounds like it's going to be promising. It's supposed to be the most emotional of the 3. Something might happen to Jefferson, Miles' dad. And also, there's supposed to be all the spider people going against the Spot in a big Godzilla-style fight.
Wait, that sounds fun.
And we're supposed to pick up where we left off with the 2 Miles. That's the obvious way you should start.
Agreed.
In Brand New Day, I'm very curious about it.
Same.
Because I really enjoy all 3 Holland films.
I do too.
And if it does get to a point to Tom Holland wants to leave, you can bring in Miles Morales in live action. But you ain't got to kill Peter Parker off just to do it. No.
That's not a good idea. Look, I much like to see Mario take over my Spider-Man. I don't want to repeat the after having the con. Look, I like the only Spider-Man when Peter died.
I would say do it like the video game.
Yeah, do it like that.
2, or take notes from Miles Morales' video game. Because I've seen the gameplays of
Yeah, the
those.
game is good. I actually own the game.
Yeah, and there's going to be another game, Spider-Man game from inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good that Wolverine finally gets a game.
Okay,
We're still waiting to hear about the Blade game.
Yeah, I'm worried about that given the Microsoft nonsense.
Then, but video games, you guys also have the Lego Batman game coming next year.
You got James Bond coming next year. I'm excited about that.
All the different movies. I wish they would do a video game for Superman, but in
what the hell?
In due time, they'll do a Superman game, and we need a Wonder Woman game.
We still got that Wonder Woman game a years ago, but then that game got canceled this year.
That's a fucking shame, because I would have loved to play as Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And in due time, for people saying James Gunn hasn't casted Batman or Wonder Woman yet, give the man some time. You can't rush these things.
Well, give me this, damn it. I hope to see this happen.
Superman, the Family of Steel.
Yep. Well, adapt this down into a game.
Yeah, turn that into a game. I enjoyed the Superman Family and Superman Lois.
Same. In fact, if you found DC Superman Rebirth comics, I would love to see that into a movie or game or anime series. Mm-hmm. Something!
Yes, exactly. In terms of video game movie related stuff, I'm very excited for Super Mario Galaxy.
I'm curious how it's going to turn out because since that Galaxy story, this can go either way.
Uh-huh.
But to be fair, Galaxy story is more about the main event. Bowser obviously makes sense. Bowser Jr. is in that game. It makes sense. So I'm curious how it's going to turn out as a whole. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I think it was going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, you have Rosalina in here, which I know Princess Daisy should have came in first, but in due time, you'll get Princess Daisy. But Brie Larson as Rosalina, that's not a bad choice.
I think she's pretty great for what I've seen so far.
Yeah. And all you people who still want to attack Brie Larson over it, let it go. It's been 6 years. Let it go.
Agreed.
She's done nothing to y'all.
Like, what the fuck are you idiots?
And Sonic the Hedgehog 4, I'm very excited.
I'm so excited for that.
Especially the teaser, the setup at the end with the robot Sonic.
Metal.
And then Amy Rose. Which, that's one thing that John Avenger is curious about, who will do the voice of Amy. We'll just have to wait and see.
My hope is that the video actor, same with the Tails, is going to be awesome. Excited about that happen. But that's just me.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see who will do the voice of Amy. But I'm very excited about that. Also, Mortal Kombat 2, I know some people are divided about it. But it does look decent enough for it. It's like they're taking some of the criticism from the second movie. I mean, the first movie. We got Johnny Cage.
Yeah, which is awesome. I'm glad go and play Johnny Cage. I think it's a good Johnny Cage.
Scorpion, how the hell are you still alive?
Technically, he's still undead. I think they're showing the Netherrealm.
Mm-hmm. At least he comes back with his classic catchphrase.
Yeah. I know Paul still be involved in this. I don't like that. Like, why? Can we just kill this kid off?
I'm pretty sure he's either going to be killed off or they're going to sideline him for Johnny Cage.
Oh, I sure hope so. But never get the actor, never get him. I think he does a fine job. Just the story to give him shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind putting an original character in these video game movies, but if you're gonna do that, at least try and make it decent.
At least
And
respect the other characters and let them shine.
you did the best you could with him in the first movie. I'll give you that. It's not Louis Tan's fault. I
Yeah,
just
it's
think you needed a much more stronger main character.
agreed.
But I don't think the film
It's
was.
just Kang. She doesn't have him as the main character.
I don't think the movie was that bad.
Yeah.
It's not a masterpiece or anything, but it's watchable
That's fair.
compared to Five Nights at Freddy's. At least,
She got heard all by it. Fuck this, I'm out.
yeah.
I saw the ending of it when I went to feed and you know, like, what? That's
And
dumb.
the worst case for people to defend Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is like it's for the fans. But Cody Leach also said it best. Why would you only want to have these movies be catered to the fans and not the general audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that in his review of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Or rant, but that is one of the dumbest excuses when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's or a video game. Because it should not just be catered to the video game fans. Someone like me who has never heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I didn't see the first movie until October.
Yeah,
and
I thought the film last year.
I thought the film was just meh, but painfully average. But you gotta take the criticism and make a better movie if there's gonna be a Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Wait, you mean we made the box office? We made it 3 after all. Why?
Because people can't go love those Five Nights at Freddy's games, so they're obviously gonna love the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, also TV shows that a video game I want to see turn into a TV show or a movie is Mass Effect. I've only played I've only played the first game, but I said it will work better as a show.
Well, given Amazon is involved with that thing, we may get that TV show, but I'm worried because, frankly, I don't trust Amazon going to track a good splitting with some IPs.
Yeah, I understand what the track record.
Work, maybe you can pull off 50-50 coin toss.
But they pulled off Fallout and but Mass Effect, yeah, that's one that people will be a little concerned about.
Let's play after Halo, which that Halo show sucked.
Why didn't you just make a Halo movie like you were going to with Peter Jackson as a producer and Neil Blomkamp as a director?
Yeah, seriously, that could have worked. But look, Neil Blomkamp, love I hate the guy who the other movie with Chappie, which is a bad movie. But at least the guy knew the video correct, know how to do that type of thing about Halo. That District 9 was going to be a Halo movie. It never happened. But we can give the guy credit for that movie, we knew what they were doing. Like, it could have worked.
It could have worked, but no, you just took Halo, and what did you do? You took it, put it on Paramount Plus when it was supposed to go to Showtime, and in the words of Angry Joe, you fucked it up.
Fucked it up.
That's always funny.
Yeah.
But I can see the frustration when it comes to Five Nights of people who don't like Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, because your main job as a movie based on those games is to get the general audiences in, and you failed. You have failed this city, Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
Universe. What? That's a thing. Yeah, I'll check that out later. Oh yeah, speaking of like a movie that remind me. During when I saw Avatar: Fire and Ash, I did get the teaser for Doomsday. It was nothing. Like, so I spoiled the teaser, or are you gonna watch the teaser for Doomsday?
Avengers 5, I'm just going in blind because all these, I'm not going to watch a trailer. I'm not going to watch any TV advertisements. I'm just going to go in completely blind because I want to try and be fair. I might watch one trailer or such, but that's it. But I'm curious. But the Secret Wars is the one I'm the most excited about.
Same.
Because Secret Wars, I like that.
Yep, I'm very intrigued to check out because the sequel comic got a 2015 comic, which is very, 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 very complicated. It's a Hickman story.
Uh-huh.
So I'm curious how they're gonna adapt that story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I haven't read the comic, but I know how complicated it is.
Yeah. Because that storm was built up for years for that event. Like they're building Avengers, building Fantastic Four. What did they build it up in? I think that's what it was Hickman's basically magnum opus.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that because there are a lot of controversial comic book stories out there. Is there anything else you want to share?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, I just want to say I do appreciate you coming on here.
Anytime.
Because I know you probably have to go do other stuff, so I'm not going to hold you for too long. So,
Okay.
is there anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah. I like to thank John for having me on. And congrats on your 10-year anniversary. I'm glad that you're still doing what you do. And congrats, man. You earned it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a nice little conversation for a hint for my friend Tavia. So, yeah. I've been going on for 2 hours and 18 minutes, so that's a good one. So, if I see what else, let's see. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. We still have 2 people watching, so I guess I have exhausted the options there and been going on for at least 2 hours and 19 minutes. So need to stretch my voice. Okay. The thing I just want to say here, like, in spite of all these celebratory things of that, I hope you all have a nice Christmas and hoping that your Christmas is filled with holiday joy and such. I know this year, in terms of the channel, may not have been my most consistent as well as 5, but I did do the best I could. But like I said, with those announcements out of the way, and just try to do more live streams like this. So I'm just gonna cut it a little short here. Like, I want to thank all of you guys who were in the chat wishing me a 10-year anniversary, as long as with the video that I just posted about it. And we got more going forward for the channel, so I'm gonna cut it here short. So in the comment, but for those who didn't get a chance to hang out with me or get to wish a happy 10 years, this will be linked in the description box down below. So all my social media links in the description box down below, to my Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, all that. My Cash App is in Chime down there as well if you would like to financially support the channel. Also, my Amazon wish list there. Also, if you're listening on Spotify and Google, Apple Podcasts, you can definitely give it a like and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when news videos up. So at the time you're watching this, I do have other stuff I need to get up and release, like Predator, Killers. I need to review Badlands, of course. Life of Chuck review has to be edited. I also have Eternity, Wicked 1, Wicked for Good, the Superman ranking. Also, do have a lot more stuff planned in 2026. So, as always, thank you guys for 10 years. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye-bye.